For this episode on the Scorecard, we are with the head coach of the Benilde Blazers, who are looking to make history by winning their first ever NCAA men's basketball championship after 24 years. We have fourth-year head coach, Coach Charles Tew. Coach, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you, Anton. Thanks for having me.
Coach, when we first crossed paths, you were breaking into the industry as an analyst on TV. But then you were doing so many other things. Of course, you were an assistant with Gilas Pilipinas under Coach Raiko Toroman. And then you went on to have your own TV show, Monday to Friday, nightly work. Now, your life handling Benilde and Converge is pretty much coaching. So, did you envision na ito yung magiging buhay mo na full-time head coach?
To be honest, no. First of all, I didn't even expect to be a coach. I was just happy watching my brother play basketball. Then I guess the dominoes fell, the pieces fell, and I ended up becoming an assistant. Ended up doing a lot of work in the sports industry. And then, to be honest, I'm happy being an assistant coach. Like, I never wanted to be a head coach. I never wanted this Benilde job. I never expected to be kind of the one handling Converge. But it is what it is, and I'm happy right now. I mean, I enjoy coaching, so I guess for now I can say this is what I'll be doing.
Coach, it's exciting times for Benilde. The school joined the NCAA in 1998. That was season 74. Now it's season 100. And the last championship, as I mentioned, was 24 years ago. And then during that time, after winning the first championship, it was 3 straight years in the Final Four. And then ngayon naman kayo, 3 straight years ulit in the Final Four after 20 years of not making it. What do you think was the key for that turnaround with regards to Benilde basketball?
Well, I think we envisioned the program. We had to recruit guys also. We wanted to really build a team. To be honest, one of my goals was really, I didn't want to leave Benilde without making the Final Four at least. I really wanted to break that drought. But obviously, now that we're here, we're in the finals, I really want to win a championship. I mean, I do hope it happens. But a lot of it is preparation, hard work, getting guys to buy into what we want to do, getting good players also, that's a big factor. So I'm glad that it's all kind of worked out for now, but hopefully this is not it. Hopefully we can still take it to another level.
Coach, I remember about 2 years ago, I was here in Benilde hosting the Thanksgiving party, and the owner of Strong Group, founder Boss Frank Lao, he essentially guaranteed that you guys would win the championship either last year or this year. How do you feel that, you're a couple of steps away from finally making that promise happen?
Well, it's good to be here. I mean, I give a lot of credit also to Boss Frank because a lot of my players, he really helped recruit. He was the one pushing to get them, so big thanks to him. I mean, a lot of this wouldn't have been possible without his help. But obviously, that also comes with pressure. He really wants to win, and I also want to win. So, hopefully we can finally come through this year.
Coach, yesterday I was also here interviewing some students just randomly, and I was surprised because some of the students were saying that Benilde basketball is now considered a powerhouse. And this word was not associated with the Blazers for almost 20 years. So, with regards to recruitment, what are some of the qualities that you look for in a player that you want them to play for your team?
Well, number one, I like that they have, I expect them to have good character. That's number one. They need to have the right attitude, right values. We look for guys that we think can fit in our system. Obviously, talent is a big piece. We like athletic guys. We like guys who can play. I mean, to be honest, without talent, you're not going to go too far in basketball. So we try to get guys with talent, even if we can say that some of them are a bit rough around the edges. Some of them are actually have been rejected by UAAP schools, other NCAA schools. I mean, we take them with open arms and we figure, hey, we can make something out of these guys and try to develop them. I mean, that's really been our goal. Sometimes people say, hey, you're just taking guys from other schools. But if you look at it, number one, they're the ones coming to us, which is definitely a fresh change because that's not something that you'd say with Benilde. Nobody wanted to go to Benilde. Now, a lot of guys want to come to us. In fact, we have to turn a lot of players down. And then a lot of these guys start making a name for themselves here in Benilde, which is something I can feel a bit proud of, to be helping guys reach their potential. Diba? Kasi we look at Will Gonzo, he was playing 5 minutes in the UAAP. Mix Oxon wasn't playing much. And look at them now where they've reached. Miggy Corteza barely made the DLSU team. He barely played and he's in the PBA right now. So guys like those are guys that I can say, we just want to get good guys. They're all good guys and hard workers and try to mold them to be good players.
another player that transferred from a different school. This is a guy that people are calling now King Blazer. I'm talking about Alan Liwag. The last time somebody was an undisputed King Blazer was Sunday Salvacion. So, what can you say about Alan Liwag's development, playing 2 years in EAC and then finally making the jump here to Benilde and becoming an MVP type of player?
Well, I remember when I recruited him, when I found out that he was going to leave EAC, I think I met him a day after Christmas, drove all the way to Laguna to see him and his family, and presented a full video and just to talk to him and see how he'd fit our team. And we could definitely see the potential. I think the first time I saw him really was in the bubble. He claims that he actually tried out in Benilde.
Wow!
A while back when Coach TY was the coach. I was like assistant. I don't even know if I was there. I don't remember it, but obviously he wasn't Alan yet. He had a growth spurt apparently during the pandemic, and that's why he became who he is. And he's been great, But what I like more than his game is his attitude. He's such a hard worker. He really listens. He's a team player, does what it takes to win, and he's just a winner.
Coach, I want to ask a little bit about the PBA because you're also handling Converge. You're kind of known for recruiting big name players. I mean, they're coming here to the Philippines, the likes of Shabazz Muhammad, Ronaldo Balkman, Nick Young, Dwight Howard, Andre Robertson, and now you have Check Diallo. So, what's it like, reaching out to these guys who played at the highest level and then being their head coach and trying to teach them something that maybe they did not learn abroad?
Well, to be honest, it's been a blessing. Tell me I coached Dwight Howard, never in my wildest dreams, right? I mean, even guys like Nick Young, it's funny how they all kind of just fell into place. It's a privilege, I think, that I have. It's an honor for me, to be honest. But it's that there's one thing I've learned, and a lot of great coaches tell me, you still got to coach guys. Because the best players in the world, the NBA players, they still want to be coached. And the moment you stop coaching and let them do their thing, then it's different. But I think one of the good things that I have is that I think I have a great relationship with most of these guys. And that's how I'm able to recruit them all.
Coach, Dwight Howard went viral for measuring himself in the supermarket and asking the PBA to allow him to play. Now there's no height limit. Do you think one day you can coach Dwight Howard in the PBA, and how do you think that will turn out, if ever?
That'd be cool, man. I mean, we spoke about it recently, but he has a lot of obligations right now overseas. He's busy with Dancing with the Stars and whatnot. He's got a lot of gigs. To be honest, I don't know if he still wants to continue playing basketball. I mean, I'm talking to him to bring him in for our Dubai tournament with Strong Group possibly this January, but we'll all have to see if the schedule fits. So that's something we're still trying to figure out. It would be cool to have him in the PBA. A lot of fans have been expecting it. I see the rumors all over, and I'm like, hey, the rumors never came from us. We never said that we're gonna sign him, right? I mean, we want to explore, but the schedule hasn't worked out yet for him. But hopefully one day it would be cool if we have him in the PBA. I'm sure he'd be a big draw.
Coach, aside from Dwight, do you have any dream recruit in terms of a former NBA player, but a realistic goal to coach?
Well, we try. I would say it's a dream, but one guy we tried to reach out to was Goran Dragic, but he had just retired. He didn't want. We tried to get Derrick Rose, but apparently they're saying he doesn't want to play ball anymore. He's been through a lot. I'm still keeping the door open for a guy like John Wall, Isaiah Thomas, to see if it can work out and have them come over here. I mean, I'm talking to DeMarcus Cousins also to see if we could work something out. Not for the PBA, but for a shorter stint with our Strong Group team. So we'll see. Joe Johnson's one guy wanted to coach, but the window's kind of closed.
Coach, for a last question, back to Benilde. What do you think it would mean for the community and yourself if you finally end this 24-year title drought?
Man, it would mean everything to me, to be honest. I put in a lot of work, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of sacrifice to Benilde just for the school. Also because I really want my players to succeed. I mean, more than anything for me personally, I don't really care for any glory, but I want these guys to sacrifice. I always feel when players come to Benilde, it's my responsibility to help them succeed, and I feel the school trusted me. I have no connections. I'm from Ateneo, and despite that, I really want to give one back to the LaSalle community. I mean, I think the school deserves it. Obviously, we're facing a powerhouse in Mapua.
Coach, I actually see the change. In the Final Four against San Beda, I was shocked because there were actually more Benildians in the crowd as compared to San Beda. Did you notice that as well?
I think so. It surprised me, actually. I mean, I'm always worried about San Beda fans. They're very passionate, and our Benilde were all a bit nice, the students. But hey, I hope they can come out in the finals. You know, I've always teased in the press cons or after those interviews, I'd love to see a lot of green people for once in the stands. So, you know, I hope they can come out. You know, I hope they're proud of the team that we have, and win or lose, like I hope they can support us.
Well, being a LaSallian coach, I think it's safe to say that the LaSallians are happy to have you.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Coach Charles, thank you so much, and all the best in the finals and moving forward. Coach Charles Liu here on the Billionaire News Channel.